Chapter 1, Rag-Taggin Assembly. So, we are starting in the nation of Londe, and this chapter, or I should say this session, our players will be in a town, or not town, but a village, a small village known as Deercrest. It houses no more than 20 small huts and buildings, and the only thing within this small town of Deercrest is a tavern for travelers to occasionally drink and rest at while they're on their travels. So basically, this Deercrest village, it is a small village along the outskirts of the main roads leading to a major city known as New Tempest. So many travelers traveling from New Tempest or to New Tempest occasionally will stop in Deercrest for a drink or two or for a night's rest. So our players, again, will be starting in Deercrest. And we'll start the scene in the Tavern of Deercrest. So within the tavern here, there are no windows. It's a fairly darkened area within the tavern. It's a two-story tavern. On the bottom floor, you have what's the pub, the kitchen area that the pub owner or the tavern keeper will bring the drinks out to. On the second floor, you have the rooms where people stay. And along the first floor, you have a couple tables and a nice fire pit that is lit with several lanterns all around. It is now about sunset, so it's getting dark out, and travelers are now making their way into this tavern for the night. So we'll start with Damien. Damien, as you're sitting... I'm sorry?
She was first, wasn't she?
No, we're not doing the...
I was going to say it's not Damien, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Desiree. We're not starting with Damien. We're starting with Desiree.
Know your pronouns.
Oh, my bad.
Obviously, she's a woman.
We will start with...
Obviously. That's what I was thinking of.
So Damien, or I'm sorry, Desiree, as you sit within the first floor of the tavern, Desiree, are you sitting alone at a table having a drink to yourself, or what are you doing?
I'm hanging out.
Hanging out? You're on your travels, so...
I bitch about my life every time they give me another drink, like they care.
All right, well, Desiree, as you're at a table by yourself. As you look around the tavern, you see there are very few people around. You see two humans to the far corner of the first floor, not too far from you. They seem to be conversing. They both look fairly young. They're both humans. You see that they have like scholarly robes. So your assumption is they're probably traveling to or from New Tempest, which is the city of Wind, which is also known for its universities and the institutions. So your guess is they're probably students from New Tempest. Also, you also spot a half-orc who is very poorly dressed. He's got some tools in a bag at his side. He's also drinking a beer not too far from you. Actually, he's fairly behind you in another table. And other than those three, you also notice the tavern keep. He goes by the name of Marvin. So as you're drinking whatever you're drinking...
Scotch neat?
Scotch neat? Okay. Marvin steps up, the tavern keep comes up to Desiree. And he looks down. Yes, ma'am. So, how is your scotch? Is everything doing fine for you this fine evening?
Scotch is probably the best part of my night. I ran out of my own house by my godforsaken fucking mother-in-law who won't stop calling me a ladyboy in front of my goddamn kids.
My goodness, how many children do you have?
Two.
Two?
Boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl? How old?
6 and 9. I mean, they don't need to know where they get the fucking food from. She just tells on my business. It pisses me off.
So, are you from a neighboring town? Are you from Londe? So, what brings you here? You just traveling on work?
I mean, I gotta get the fuck out of there. I mean, I was gonna leave anyway, but I just, literally, I cannot even be in the same space with her. My wife's all like, she's a widow, she's this, she's that. It's like, I leave my wife alone for weeks at a fucking time and she's fine. And this bitch can't figure it out. She's twice your age. She doesn't know it by now. I don't want to fucking tell her.
Marvin kind of looks a bit confused, but he he's not one to judge. He goes, well, is there anything food-wise I can offer you? Are you hungry to help out?
No, not at all. I mean, just keep these scotches coming. I'll keep you paid.
Oh, perfect. Well, that's more than enough. Well, enjoy your stay with us, ma'am. As he's speaking, another character stumbles into the tavern. We'll go ahead and say that it is our mighty, monstrous cat person, Nomu. So, Nomu stumbles in the tavern. So, how's Nomu looking? What's Nomu doing? Or how's he look as he comes in?
Nomu pushes his way into the tavern, has to duck his head because he's too tall. And he looks around. His leather armor and brown cloak's kind of worn for wear. Looks around for the barkeep.
As soon as Nomu's looking around, Marvin, the tavern keep, looks over. Ah, welcome, my friend. Welcome. Are you here for a drink? Here for a room? What can I do for you?
Yes. A drink would be fine. I'll take a bowl of milk and maybe a leg of mutton.
A bowl of milk and a leg of mutton?
Yes.
Very well. That I can do. And do you require a room, sir?
Yes, please. I'm also looking for work. Do you know where I can find such a thing?
Oh, well, there is... the village of Deercrest isn't very large, as you can tell. Not very many work comes through here. However, I can ask around and see what the locals may think. But please, have a seat. I'll bring you some mutton and a bowl of milk.
Yeah, a bowl of milk, yes.
Would you like that to be skim milk, 2%? Or
Don't
whole?
insult me.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Goat milk would be fine. I'll go to sit right there next to the water.
Okay, very well, very well. As Nomu goes over towards the table, he notices a half-orc sitting across from him. Looks his way. The half-orc has fairly tan colored skin. He's about 5'6", so he's not too tall of a half-orc. Very, very hairy. He has large beard and shaggy hair, long shaggy hair, and two large tusks coming out from his mouth. The half-orc looks over at Nomu as he sits down, and the half-orc raises his giant mug. Oh, welcome, friend.
All right, thank you, stranger. And who are you?
The half-orc stands up. Oh, I'm kind of half drunk a little bit, but let me come to you real quick. So as this half-orc walks over towards Nomu, enter in an Ediar.
Ediar steps into the tavern. He takes a look around, sees a few guests, and walks up to the barkeep. A hot meal and a glass of water, please.
Barkeep Marvin looks over at Ediar. Oh, yeah. Very well, sir. Please have a seat and I will bring it to you. So, just a hot meal. Any preference?
The cheapest meal you have.
Cheapest meal you have? Very well. Please have a seat. I'll bring something out for you.
Ediar looks around, sees a few tables, decides to go to the table with the half-orc.
Come over. There's plenty of room for you.
The half-orc looks over at Ediar as he sits down next to Nomu. And half-orc looks at both of you. Then he looks around the room. Oh, pretty light crowd tonight. Don't you guys think?
Yes. Just wanted to sit down, get a nice good meal. Wondered what you two were discussing about.
No, friend, we just met. I just saw this guy walk in. By the way, guys, my name's Zuggy. I'm a carpenter around these areas. You know, it's fine work for a living. Don't make much, but if you need a good carpenter, just call Zuggy.
Carpenter, do you hunt monster?
No, my friend, I don't do monsters.
Oh. Well, strangers, I am Nomu. Of course, the place I come from, they call me Nomu the Monstrous.
The monstrous? Why monstrous?
It was just a nickname that was given to me.
I mean, you're a pretty tall pussycat. Is
Thank
that
you.
why they call you monstrous?
I do not know. All I did was catch a monster.
You know, most cat people I see are more slim than you. You're actually pretty damn tall.
I hit the bench.
What about you, friend?
Name's Eddie Dosane. I just traveling to town, going through towns to towns, looking for. Damn,
You got it?
checking my voice. Looking for work. Looking for work.
You should slow down on that food.
You said you were a carpenter.
Yes.
Do you know of any other jobs around the city they might have?
Well, as far as cities, the closest one is probably going to be Stratham or New Tempest. You'll probably find more work in Stratham more so than New Tempest. I wouldn't go to New Tempest. There's a bunch of rich, snotty people up there, and the universities and stuff. But if you're looking for a decent job, Stratham, you could probably find something there. What kind of work do you do?
I work in a little bit of medicine, as well as physical labor. Anything I can really get my hands on that's by the bucket, at least.
I'll pay you to kill my mother-in-law.
Oh! Zuggy looks over behind his shoulder and sees Desiree. Hey, friend, you look like you're bored and alone. Why don't you join us over here? Just a bunch of travelers having a good time, before the night ends. Come have a little discussion with us. Couple drinks. Good old Zuggy got some pepper jack cheese for you. Zuggy looks over at Eddie and Nomu. Oh, yeah. Pepper jack cheese, I love it. My mom used to make it for me all the time as a child. It's the best goddamn thing you ever have. This is homemade by Mommy Zuggy. Come on over, I'll share some of the pepper jack cheese. I'm telling you, it's really good. Eat it with some fine crackers, the types the elf people always eat. On the, nice fancy crackers. Eddie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, common food around my house.
Common food, where you got nice elven crackers? You don't look elven to me. Can you afford that kind of stuff?
We used to, not anymore.
Oh, you're falling on hard times, I see. That's okay. Have some of Zuggy's pepper jack cheese. Come on over. What's your name?
Desiree, and if this is what we call a fun night, for fuck's sake.
Whoa, look, come on now, Desiree. We just met each other, and we're in the middle of this village in the middle of nowhere. We gotta make the best of it,
Yeah, sure, Cheesy. So you say you make medicine? Do you think you can make a poison? Something an old lady would like to drink or put in a stew or something?
That sounds dangerous. Who are you trying to kill, girl?
Can you keep your fucking voice down, please?
Oh my
I
goodness.
try to keep my hands out of dirty work. I'm trying to keep the straight and narrow.
Who said anything about dirty? I mean, I'll do all that. I just curious. Do you dabble in anything, experimental? Trying new things, mixing stuff up?
Questioning. Unfortunately, I'm not able to provide any poisons. I really just want to help people myself. I can do some medicine work. If she needs some help, any medical attention, I can come myself. But I'm not able to just hand over poison.
Every man has a price.
Well, every man also has a poison. I can probably provide you a poison if that's what you're looking for. After you eat Zuggy's pepper jack cheese, it always gives me the bubble guts.
She does have IBS.
You know what the bubble guts is? It's when you get that rumbling in your tummy and you think you're about to fart, but you let out a shart. Happens to me all the damn time.
I don't recall having that kind of problem. What is my milk?
It is definitely a poison, friend. But anyways, as you guys are conversing, another unfortunate individual stumbles into this tavern in Deercrest. Enter Asundra, the wood elf.
Alright, Asundra comes into the tavern. She's looking around. She's got a bow on her back. She's dressed more like a ranger, but she's looking around. She sees a large group of people sitting at a table. She isn't quite into that, so she's going to go ahead and go to the table by herself.
All right.
Y'all wild.
So as Asundra takes a seat, Marvin comes back out with a bowl of milk and also the mutton for Nomu. And as he's placing it down on the table where Nomu's at, he looks over at Isundra and he goes, "Oh, I'll be with you in a moment, ma'am, and I'll be right back with your warm meal and your water." So Marvin goes back into the kitchen. At that point, everyone, if you were to look around, you will see that there's, again, the two scholars, or they look like scholars. They're still talking to themselves in the corner, having a drink. They don't seem to be really paying attention to the large group that's forming at this table. But as Zuggy talks about his pepper jack cheese and his bubble guts, he looks over. Oh, you. Yes, you. He's pointing over at Isundra. Hey, come join us. Come. The other two in the corner, they don't seem like they want to talk, but come join us. What's your name?
It's okay. I don't want to interrupt, so.
You're not interrupting anything. I'm just talking about good old Zuggy's pepper jack cheese. Would you like some pepper jack cheese? I'm Zuggy, by the way. I'm a carpenter around these areas. You look frazzled. Are you all right?
I really don't want to interrupt you guys, so.
This table needs a little more estrogen, please.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. Zuggy looks around. Oh, look at this. This is quite the group. We have Eddie, Dasane, Nomu the Monstrous, Desiree, right? Desiree. Mm-hmm. And what's your name, ma'am?
My name is Isundra.
And where are you from?
Don't really have a home. I am looking for New Tempest Town. Do you know it?
Oh, the city of New Tempest. Yes, it's fairly close to here. Probably another day's worth of travel. To the northwest. Yes.
Good.
So what do you do for a living?
I am currently just traveling around. I am looking for information and trying to learn about the world a little bit more.
Oh, I see. Nothing wrong with that. New Tempest is the best place to go for that. I mean, it's known for the scholars there, so they'll definitely be able to teach you new things, that's for sure. I wouldn't say, don't get too friendly with the nobles there, though. They're a bunch of dicks. Assholes.
I've heard that's true.
It is true. Desiree would probably know, right? You're around from this area, right?
Yeah, I know the city you're in. Hard as fuck to keep a wig on out there, but I know it. Made some connections that way.
Zuggy looks around. Well, as you guys continue to converse, Marvin comes back out with Eddie R's food, places it down in a glass of water. Man, what can I get for you? Is there anything I can get food-wise? We have all types of alcohol, food.
Just a stew and some water.
Stew and some water, very well. I'll be right back. So Marvin leaves yet again, and at this point, Zuggy looks around. So, and you see he reaches down into his satchel, pulls out a large block of pepper jack cheese. He also then pulls out a nice little knife and a fork, and he begins to cut slices within the cheese.
That's a big block of cheese.
Oh yes, it's Zuggy's pepper jack cheese. Oh. Recipes from Mama.
Who's
Mama Zuggy? I'm Zuggy.
Oh.
The carpenter. My mom used to make me pepper jack cheese as a child. It's amazing. I just want you guys to try it too. And it's not poisonous, I promise. Look, he cuts a slice, he eats it real quick. As he's eating it, you see the cheese get stuck within his tusks. He's this is good. And if I get the bubble guts, forgive me. But this is real good stuff, you know. Here, try some of this, Eddie R. Tell them what you think. He gives you some of that pepper jack cheese.
Eddie R takes a slice of the cheese, looks around at the table, tries a bite. Yes, this is just like the pepper jack cheese we used to have back home. Hi, why don't you try some?
Nomu looks at the cheese and starts lapping up his milk, shaking the table brutally.
I'll take a couple chunks.
Oh, okay, very well. Gives Desiree some chunks of cheese. What about you, Isundra?
This is a really weird group of people, but thank
Wow,
you, I guess.
don't need to be rude about it.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were perfect. Good to see we invited you.
Here, try some of this cheese.
Thank you.
So as you're all trying the cheese out, you notice Marvin comes back out. He provides Isundra with her water and her stew. And as you guys are conversing, quite a bit, 30 minutes go by, and you notice the two scholars, they begin to stumble about. They're fairly drunk. And if you guys look around, no one else has entered the tavern since. It's fairly late now. Mm-hmm. The sun has set. The village is extremely quiet and peaceful. There's not much going on. If you were to step outside, you'd probably only hear crickets. Again, it's in the outskirts of one of the main roads, so it's kind of in the middle of almost nowhere. So Marvin comes back out as the two scholars seem to be moving past you guys, going up the stairs to the second floor to where the rooms are in the tavern. So as they stumble up the stairs, you see they're laughing, having a good time, and soon enough it's just the four of you and Zuggy within the first floor of the tavern. Marvin, the tavern keep, comes back out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to call for any last rounds of alcohol or food. I'll be closing up shop fairly soon. It seems like there's no other travelers coming anytime soon, so I'm going to go return to my quarters for now and lock up shop. So is there anything else I can get you before I close up?
More ale.
Oh, more ale? Okay, yeah.
Nothing for me, thank you.
No, I'm good.
No more milk for you, Sir Kitty.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. And you?
It's adorable.
How much scotch you got left in the bottle?
You've drank 2 bottles already, Desiree.
Did I ask you that?
No. Oh, I'll get you another bottle. It will be on your charge in the morning. So he goes and grabs another bottle, provides it for Desiree. Well, very well, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I will be in the back in my own quarters. So if anyone else comes in while you're still conversing here, just tell them to knock on my door. It's up near the kitchen near the back. All right. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful night.
Yes, you too.
I will see you in the morning.
Thank you, sir.
Alright.
So Marvin goes back towards the kitchen where there's another hallway leading to his room, and he shuts his door after providing you with another bottle of scotch. And at this point, Zuggy, he's leaning back in his chair. Damn, guys. Almost ate all the pepper jack cheese. And y'all hear a slight rumble from his stomach. Oh! Crap! I ate too much. Doesn't go well with the booze. I feel the bubble guts coming. I think I'm gonna... Oh, I have to go use the restroom. All of a sudden, you guys hear a large, bubbly fart come from his backside. Oh!
Because that's really nasty. I think we should go to bed, so.
I think I should go. It was very nice to meet you all. Again, if you ever need a carpenter, I'm in the area. Again, name's Zuggy. Just remember, Zuggy's pepper jack cheese. I should make that a business. You know. Well, I hope you all don't get the bubble guts anytime soon, because I think there's only one restroom in this tavern. And I'm gonna go. I gotta go. So you see this half-orc quickly gets up, and as he's getting up, he places one of his large hands up on his rear as he's walking, and he farts again. Oh, you hear that? Oh, that's kind of wet. That's kind of wet. He rushes towards the restrooms on the first floor, and he slams the door shut.
Nasty as hell.
So now is just the four of you. Nothing else is going on. Again, no one else has entered the tavern. It's fairly quiet. You all have a key. We're provided a key for your own rooms for upstairs. You all have individual rooms. No one's sharing a room. So at this point, what do you all do? You conversing still, or what's... Zuggy's in the bathroom. He's probably not coming back out for another 30 minutes.
Well, as soon as you get out of there, I'm pretty sure nobody should go in there. I'm pretty much going to turn in for tonight.
I think I'll do the same. The cheese was pretty good, though, you have to admit.
I haven't tried it.
Play. You two over there, too good for our table. Come here.
No, they left.
Oh.
They left. Right? The scholars?
Yeah, they're gone. They went upstairs. She's drunk, though,
So
yeah.
you're just trying to lie in my face?
She saw her after image.
Come here. Come here.
No, I'm sorry. I did not mean to offend you, so.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
Shh.
Oh. Yes.
I'm going in my room.
Okay.
Do you need some help upstairs, Mel?
No, I needed help poisoning my mother-in-law and you shit in my face. So, good night.
So I'm assuming Desiree's going upstairs to her room? All right.
Stumble.
So, yeah. She stumbles up the stairs, going to her room. Desiree has issues going up. However,
Yes.
My stiletto falls off from the
Oh
stairs.
no.
Just one.
That's a pretty tall woman, don't you think?
I'm not entirely sure if that was a woman.
That's a bit rude, don't you think so?
I'll call it as I see it.
She was quite pretty. I don't know what you're talking about, so.
Your group of people are amazing. I've never met such group on my travels.
You're a kitten, right? A kitten?
A tabaxi, yes.
So a kitten? Can I pet you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh. It's nice.
Can I pet your belly?
No. No one should touch tabaxi belly.
Are you
I'm
sure?
going upstairs. He rushes upstairs.
all right.
Trips
So-
over Desiree.
Yeah, so Desiree's eventually, as Nomu rushes up the stairs, he passes Desiree, who seems to still be stumbling to her room. But you're both able to get to your room fairly quickly. At this point, though, however, once Nomu and Desiree have made it to their rooms, Ediar and Isundra, you notice at the main doors, someone steps into the tavern.
Who dat?
As this individual steps through the doors, he looks to as if he walks through without using his hands. So he has used some sort of magic, from what you can see or tell, to open the doors for himself. And he steps in, and he looks around. He's about 5'6", fairly short. Well, I don't want to say fairly short, but definitely much shorter than y'all. So the man looks around. He has robes on and a hood. You can't really see his face. So I want Ediar and Isundra to go ahead and make me perception checks. It's going to be a wisdom roll check. So go ahead and roll your d20s and then add your perception.
17.
So you got 17 and
6, and then
you add your wisdom.
wisdom.
Mm-hmm. 3.
3.
So you got 9. 17 and 9. All right. So Ediar looks over and he sees this hooded figure. He just can't really see through the hood. The hood's casting a shadow over his face. You can't see much of him. You're just not able to do it. Perhaps you're just too tired at this point. It's fairly late at night. However, Isundra has a keen eye. Since she rolled the 17, she can see a little bit more. Also, I'm pretty sure you have keen vision or something along those lines, right? So you're able to see under the shadow, or the past the shadow that's casted on his hood, and you see what looks like to be either a mask of some sort, but the mask or the face that you can see looks and resembles one of a skull.
Spooky.
Very spooky. But this man looks around, and you see he looks both your way, Ediar and Isundra's, and then he looks over his shoulder, and he reaches into his robes.
It's gonna
Don't
go.
do that. Or is this an active shooter situation, or?
Yeah. So he reaches into his robes, and he pulls out a small silver dagger. And I won't make you roll again for a perception check, but within the dagger, you still can't see Ediar. But since Isundra is able to see fairly well,
What's up?
she can notice along the blade, it's all silver, and up to the blade where it ends and meets the hilt, she notices a few very shiny gems engraved within the hilt. So it's a fairly fancy dagger.
Let me rob it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to rob it. Give me
So-
that shit.
He pulls out this dagger, and he's quiet. He's silent. He doesn't say anything. And you see he slowly cuts his hand.
What the fuck?
You need some help, sir.
And he looks down at his hand as the dagger collects some of the blood, and it drips onto the wooden floor. He doesn't answer Ediar. Instead, you see he holds his hand out as more blood begins to drip onto the tavern. He doesn't answer. I need everyone to go ahead and make me, let's see here. We'll do another perception check. We're gonna be listening in for something. See if you can hear something.
The
Everyone?
people in the
Yeah,
room?
even everyone in their rooms.
Yeah, I'm a light sleeper.
So go ahead and add your perception.
I got a 6.
15.
So
I
okay,
have 14.
See, so
all right.
can I read these shits? I rolled a 3 to die, so pretty
Perception.
Sure. There you go, 3. So 6 total.
So you got a 6. What did you get?
6.
6, Felicia?
13.
15.
15. All right. So you two, well, Ediar, I should say, does not hear
Don't you have really good hearing?
what's going
I'm a
on,
cat too.
and Nomu doesn't necessarily hear what's going on either. However, Desiree definitely hears something.
Well, I'm
In
passed
the room-
out on the floor. I can hear it through the floor.
Maybe she's just like on the stairs.
Yeah.
She didn't make it.
And
No,
then
she made it to her room. She made it to her room.
old ass wood. I can sleep through the floorboard.
Well, Desiree, you hear a loud scream coming from the room next door. It is a shriek. From what you can tell, it's one of the scholars that you had seen previously down below. You hear him yell, shriek, "Ah!" And you hear a door burst open from the room next to you.
I'm passed out.
Nomu's
I'm
passed the
milkless
hell
He's a
out.
milk drunk.
I'm milk drunk.
Nomu's passed the hell out. So,
I'm just blinded.
Isundra also hears the loud scream
I got them big
from
ass
upside
elbows.
or from upstairs. Ediar, not necessarily really hearing it because we'll just say he's too
worried.
focused and worried about what's going on in front of him.
All I see is the blood on the floor.
Yeah, all you see is this guy with this dagger cutting himself. As that scream comes out, you guys can hear running, or Desiree, you can hear footsteps running through the hallways towards the staircase going to the first floor. And as that happens, this guy is one of the scholars. His name's Wayne. Wayne rushes through the hallways towards the staircase, and he stumbles and falls down the stairs. He's rolling down, and as he sits up, he's like, "Ah! Somebody help me!" And he's holding his arm. At this point, Ediara, you don't have to make a roll. You see him stumble down the stairs. He's holding his arm. Someone bit me! Ah!
Eddie all rushes over to the stumbling man, pulls out some medical equipment, or not medical equipment, some bandages. How did you get bit, sir?
My friend! He's a zombie!
Wait, but is this one named Garth or no?
No, why?
Because the other one's Wayne. So.
No, it's Wayne and Bennett.
Fuck that. It's trash.
Wayne looks up at you. My friend, he's a zombie. And as you're taking these bandages out, at this point, Desiree is more than woke.
So wait, where is he? Is he down?
He's down at the bottom of the stairs, and Ediar's rushed over to him. The hooded man still standing there with his hand out.
He's shady.
He looks over at the commotion, at Ediar and Wayne, who has stumbled down the stairs. Then he looks back over to Isundra, and you see he kind of just leans back against the doors as if he's locked them in some shape or form. And he just stands there and he watches. And as he watches, Isundra, you see and hear cracks coming from beneath the wooden floor. Okay. And one of the wooden boards near you bursts open. And you see a skeletal hand
Oh shit.
grab the board and pull itself up. So,
Hey
and
guys, there's fucking skeletons down here.
So,
That's the thing.
My fucking
actually,
my bedroom door just flies open. I'm in my fucking beauty sleep. You just think this happens overnight? You guys gonna be loud and shit? Well, I'm coming down there right now.
so as that wooden board bursts open, Asundra, you hear more movement coming from the kitchen area. And within the kitchen doorway, you see another skeleton
But
just
where's Marvin?
crawl its way out. You don't know.
Oh my god, is Marvin okay?
So you now notice two skeletons on the first floor. So what's Desiree doing?
On her way down the stairs.
So
Where
as
the fuck is my shoe?
Desiree bursts through her door from all the commotion, make me a perception check. I'm gonna give you, because you're still drunk,
Oh shit.
We're gonna give you a disadvantage.
That's fair. That's a 5 and a 4.
All right, roll again.
Roll it again. It can only get worse.
So the lowest, 5 and a 4 is a 9. You burst through the doors. It's loud. You're tired. You're drunk.
I want my shoe.
You want your shoe. So you go down the hallway.
Stop.
However, because you did not make your roll, you do not notice the zombie that's standing there in the hallway that came from the room where Wayne rushed out of. So as you run down the hallway towards the staircase, in the hallway, there is a zombie standing.
Zuggy's still in the
there.
toilet, you guys.
He's safe there.
Blow his fucking mind.
The zombie begins to walk down, and as it's stumbling, its hand slams against the walls. And it eventually makes its way to Nomu's door. As it's walking, it slams its hand against Nomu's door, makes a loud sound. Go ahead and make another perception check, Nomu.
Yep.
Bitch, roll a dice like a normal person.
Got 23.
All right. Nomu wakes right up. He hears a loud bang at his door. The zombie isn't trying to get in. It's just walking past. However, it's just banging against the walls as it's going.
He woke up cranky. Hey, what the hell was that? He
So-
stomps towards the door.
As that's going on, we are going to now go into a bit of a little battle scene here with what's going on. So again, we went ahead and rolled our initiatives beforehand, so we won't have to do that. So let's go ahead and start then with what's going on here. First, it will be Isundra. So these skeletons that burst through, you notice that they both have weapons attached to them. They're coming in, and it looks like they're violent. So as one comes to the kitchen, one from the floor, and then again there's a zombie on the second floor that Desiree does not yet notice. However, Nomu heard. So we'll go and start with Isundra. What are you doing, Isundra?
I'm trying. I gotta look at my spells
could use
because I don't
that.
have anything.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Could use that.
Okay, so she is gonna move.
So where's she moving? She going towards the skeleton that busted out of the ground?
My question is, it says 5 feet is my range.
That's right up against them. So it's 1 square away.
So I gotta be
Basically,
1 square
yeah.
away.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't want to do that one then.
So it looks like Isundra's rushing up towards the center of the two skeletons. One's coming from the back area of the kitchen, while there's another one towards another table that was close to where they originally sat.
Let's
So,
do something cool.
all right.
I think 30 feet I can be here, right?
Yeah.
Or here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do Witch Bolt.
Oh, so you're casting a spell. All right.
Yeah.
So Isundra casts Witch Bolt. So who are you aiming at? Which skeleton? Kitchen skeleton or ground skeleton? Ground skeleton. So as the skeleton bursts through the bottom boards of the tavern, Isundra readies a spell. And she casts
Sorry,
Witch
I gotta
Bolt.
learn how my spells work, so.
So you're just going to roll a d20 to see if it hits it.
Oh, yeah. Do that first.
So your d20, and then you're going to add your magic bonus. It's going to be on your third page. Your spell attack bonus. Your spell attack bonus on your
Third page.
character sheet. Yeah, it's on your third page. I think it's 6.
6.
So whatever you rolled plus 6.
So 13. 13?
Sundra casts Witch Bolt. So I don't know what Witch Bolt does. If you kind of want to
so I'm gonna
explain
read it.
what it does.
So a beam of crackling blue energy lances out toward a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target. And it says, make a ranged spell attack against that creature. On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage. And on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically.
Wow.
Which I don't quite understand that.
Damn.
So,
You're keeping an arc. There's actually an arc of
Yeah.
electricity coming from you and it. And
but
basically,
it ends once my turn's over, right?
no, it's continuous.
It's continuous.
So your next turn, if you want,
It
you
will
can
do
end it,
it-
or you can keep it going.
I can
Yeah.
do it again.
And-
And I
but
don't have
you
to
But you don't
hit
have
it
to.
again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
And you rolled a
okay.
12.
No, I didn't roll that yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you rolled that 12. I was like, my God. Get
I did roll a 12 though.
So 12 plus 6. So you have an 18.
Yeah.
So you shoot your Witch
Yes.
Bolt towards
Is that right?
the skeleton that comes out from beneath.
What is your face?
The spell, the crackling, you said lightning,
Yeah, she does some Naruto hand movements. And then
Naruto, you weeb. You might as well cast Rasengan while you're at it. Or Chidori, I should say. Chidori.
Chidori.
I'm just kidding.
So she cast Chidori.
She shoots some lightning out of her hand.
The lightning arcs around the room, and it strikes the skeleton that's climbing out from the boards from beneath. And you see the arm on the skeleton is hit, and it shatters
Oh shit! I shot
into
his arm off.
pieces.
Get fucked.
Yeah, so do your damage first.
That was the damage.
Oh, that was your damage. I'm sorry,
She rolled
12.
max 12.
Oh, okay. Arm definitely explodes and shatters. So you did 12 damage to the skeleton.
Well, it's 12. Does it have a plus or no?
No.
Oh, okay. That's
No.
whenever he said.
So I was like,
That's why whenever he said that, I was like, wait, I'm confused.
So, all right. So you see the arm shatter, bursts off the skeleton. However, it's still climbing out with the one arm. As it climbs out, it looks down at the floor where it dropped the weapon that it had. It picks it up with its last arm, and it has a short sword. And it looks over your way, chattering. Okay. So next up is
But I'm like
Desiree.
still got like.
Yes, you
lightning.
still have your arc.
It's like the end of Harry Potter.
So it is now Desiree's turn. And Desiree, as you stumble towards the stairs to get your stiletto, you notice down the bottom of the stairs is Wayne holding his arm in pain after being bit, and you see Eddie R tending to him. But you also see some crazy shit going on. You see an arc of lightning burst from Asundra's hand, shattering a skeleton that climbed out of the damn ground. And you also see a robed man standing at the main doorway. What do you do?
So you'll help him. I'll see. What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is that? What the Alrighty. So at this point, I immediately see... Fucking human. Shit is so weird. So, I see this huge beam of lightning, and I see this not so pleasant woman that I did share a drink with earlier, seemingly in trouble. So, I'm not that horrible of a person, so instinctively I'm going to try to help her.
Okay.
With one shoe on. And I see this thing coming toward her.
Yes, so you also notice...
So, can I move?
Yeah. So you can move. You're in the middle of the staircase. So you spot the skeleton that she is currently attacking, but you also see that there is one coming from the kitchen,
door.
from the kitchen door behind or closer to.
Well, I'm not in a position to do a sneak attack, so.
Definitely not.
So, I guess I can move 30.
Yeah, you can move up to 30 feet.
So I can move about here, or.
So you move down the staircase towards the kitchen floor, towards the kitchen door, and you're fairly close to the now skeleton that's walking out of the kitchen.
You can move one.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can come about here?
Yeah, you can
can
go.
attack
So you've come up now. Desiree rushes, and she is now within 5 feet of the skeleton that's from the kitchen. So
I guess I will attack with my rapier.
All right.
Because this fucking thing is not normal.
So go ahead and roll your d20 to make an attack.
5.
10.
So you rolled a 10?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All right. So as Desiree stumbles down and she rolls a 10 to attack this skeleton from the kitchen, I'll call it kitchen skeleton. Her rapier, she goes to stab or slash or however you want to. It's a piercing weapon.
Yes. Straight in the chest.
So as you go straight in the chest, Desiree notices, well, you're still a little drunk. You're using a rapier against a skeleton. It pierces the breast of the skeleton, but it doesn't hurt it. It goes right through, and the skeleton looks down, then looks back up at Desiree, and it chatters as if it was laughing at you. And you missed.
What's up, man?
Next up would be Eddie R. So what is Eddie R doing for this round? You have Wayne sitting there holding his arm. He's, it hurts. It hurts.
As Eddie R is bandaging Wayne's arm, he then casts, Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds. All right. Casting on Wayne, I'm assuming?
Yes, casting it on Wayne.
All right. So how much healing points do you do with that?
1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier.
All right.
Not grab a d8. Still 1
There you go. 3 plus your spell casting modifier.
Let's see, which is it 5? Yep.
All right.
Spell attack bonus.
So
5.
8. So Ediar moves his hands down and he casts his magic, and it begins to heal Wayne's arm. He looks up at you, sir. Thank you. The it's going away. Thank you so much. But there's skeletons behind you. So at that point, it is now the monster's turn. The skeleton that Asundra had hit looks over at her, and it chatters its teeth.
Oh shit.
And it begins to move and crawl over the table that it is near.
Like slowly though, right?
Slowly crawling with its one arm.
Okay.
It eventually stumbles and is able to get over the table, and it comes up to Asundra, and it's going to attack her. It takes its short sword, and it swings at Asundra. And it's going to do 14. So, what's your armor class?
15. Suck it, bitch.
So, it totally misses you. It swings its short sword at Asundra, and it barely hits you. It misses.
That's right.
At that point, the skeleton looks up at Desiree, as it was still kind of chattering as if it was laughing at her. It takes its short sword, and it swings violently at her.
Me?
Me.
All right,
I
so
was like, hold the phone.
what's your AC? 15. I rolled a 19. So it goes, and this short sword slashes and hits you across the chest. And it's going to do 5 damage.
My paddock bra. Fuck.
Padded brawl. So you take 5 damage. And at that point, the zombie within the hallway from upstairs, it begins to move towards the staircase. And it goes up to the top of the stairs, and it looks around. ADR make me perception check.
Is it perception?
Yep. So 4 plus whatever you roll, your d20. 18. All right. As ADR heals Wayne, he looks up the top of the stairs. Standing at the top of the stairs, glaring down at you, is the zombie that had bit Wayne. The zombie looks down, and you can tell it looks familiar. It looks like the other scholar that was drinking and having fun with Wayne. And it looks down at you, and it begins to stumble down the stairs. However, that's where it ends its turn. It's coming for you.
Coming for me? Okay.
At this point, it is now Nomu's turn. What is Nomu doing? He can hear commotion going on outside of the room and downstairs.
He pushes his door open, mad. Hey, who wants a savage beating for waking me up? What's going on here?
As Nomu bursts through his door, he looks to the right where the staircase is down the hallway, going downstairs. Standing on top of the staircase, he sees this back of a figure. It's the zombie, but you can't tell it's a zombie at this time.
He walks up to it and taps it on the shoulder. Hey, what are you doing making all that noise? Identify yourself.
The figure, the zombie, slowly turns around. Ugh, looks at Nomu, and you can see his skin on his face has begun to crack. He has dark purple veins all over his face that are bulging out, and his eyes have rolled back, so it's just white. And it looks at Nomu and opens its mouth, and it turns as if it was about to attack him. You still have an action.
What are you, sick? Are you okay? You need help?
So what are you doing?
He doesn't know what he is, so he's not gonna do anything.
Okay.
You're just gonna beat him.
So at that point, the hooded figure, he looks forward and sees that the one-armed skeleton has been heavily damaged, and he's just staring, and he continues to watch, but he doesn't do anything. He just watches.
Who?
So the hooded figure standing at the door.
Oh, yeah, someone should kill him.
So it is now Isundra's turn again.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, she still has the lightning. It says it doesn't end unless I do a different action.
Unless you do a different action. So
but
you can
I can
choose.
Move.
Yeah, you can still move.
Okay,
and
so
keep
I can
the arc.
back the fuck
So
up.
you can back up and do the spell
Yeah, I do that.
to do more damage again.
I'm
You don't
gonna
have to
do
roll
that.
to hit
So
it again.
I only have to stay. I think my casting range is 30 feet.
Yeah, within 30 feet. So you can back away towards Ediar and Wayne if you'd prefer. Yep, that's fine.
So she's still gonna do that.
So she backs
so
away.
I don't have to roll again to hit.
To
I
hit.
just have to roll
Damage. Yes.
6.
6. All right. So your continued arc of lightning continues to strike the skeleton. As it slashes and misses you, you back away and you send more lightning towards it. As the lightning hits it, you notice the skeleton explodes into dust from the lightning, and it falls apart.
Eddie, did you see that shit? That's fucking crazy.
Ah. Sorry, but I'm like focused.
Apparently not.
Oh shit.
Ediar's over here looking at his damn spell book.
Yeah, I'm looking at fucking nigga. Excuse my language.
By the way, guys, Julian and Rob and Desiree, they're all African American.
You think that matters?
No, it does. I'm just saying.
I'm black. What's the difference?
Watch your language, boy.
Damn. I don't know if that floats.
I'm
Eddie, did
focused
you
on.
see that? I exploded a zombie. You're welcome.
I did not see it. I was focused on the zombie upstairs. Or did you spell this one? Or
No, I killed this one. He's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
he's
he's gone.
disintegrated.
He's
yeah,
disintegrated.
yeah, so
He's dust.
I didn't.
You're breathing him in currently.
I'm only over here.
Dude, I just killed this guy and you don't even pay attention. Do you see my lightning at all?
No, I'm focused on the zombie up the stairs.
Holy shit, man.
It is now Damien's turn.
As blood bleeds through my wonder bra and rice falls out. That's what I stuffed it with.
Rice.
A lot of skills.
I'm out of my
I know.
fucking.
Me too.
Brown rice.
I'm out of my fucking
You
league.
should
Shit's
download.
blurry. I'm gonna use my
The D&D
acrobatics.
spell app.
I like this.
To kinda
this
do
is
a
sense. I have
tech
all
roll
my
out of
hands.
the
I'm trying to
way,
figure out
but
which one's the-
As
Okay.
I tech roll, I'm gonna pull out my bag of ball bearings. Throw that shit on the floor. He's coming towards me. And I want to retreat towards this bitch because she can fight. She knows exactly what the
Okay.
fuck she's doing.
So
Now you
you
like me?
so
Like you. Don't be like that.
so Damien backs away and drops. What did you say?
Ball bearings.
Ball
So
bearings.
silver balls. All over.
Okay, all over the place, and she backs away towards Ediar and Isundra. All right.
There or...
Behind you.
Okay, yeah, you can do
Yeah,
that.
I've taken 5 damage. I don't want anything.
Okay.
She's
Now,
done.
now,
I'm out.
because I'm just gonna let you know, because you're backing away, I'm gonna say this right now. Instead of well, since you threw your ball bearings down, that is your
She can
action.
back
Okay.
away and...
Well,
come
she
in,
can
she's
back away.
behind.
However, because you're not doing a disengage, the skeleton gets a attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, why? Okay,
Because-
that's fair. Okay.
Yeah, because you're within 5 feet of it, and you're trying to
Cool.
escape its attack. So it
I know,
swings.
it's cool, you're crazy.
Did you tumble?
Yeah, I did a tech roll. That was my acrobatics. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I missed that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I want you to do that first.
You can talk.
Oh,
for me,
okay,
I
okay,
whisper.
okay.
Thank you, Fred.
No, that's
I didn't question you. You do this.
that's fine.
Okay.
So it's definitely gonna miss regardless whether you did that or not. I rolled complete crap.
Like trash.
Rolled a 2.
Nice.
Damn.
So
This zombie's
Damien
trash.
fucking does a fucking flip
A really drunk, sloppy ass, roly-poly roll.
while he's releasing the
Rice.
the,
It's
the rice.
My trail of rice that was stuffed in my bra and it was falling out.
Isundra
And I
goes to
retreat
Ediar and she
behind.
says, "Do you see that? I think you might have been right about not being a woman."
You don't talk about a lady when she's not here to defend herself. Now defend me.
It is now Ediar's turn.
Edio moves into the front of the staircase.
Okay. He looks up at the zombie.
Looks up and sees the zombie.
The zombie is now turned around now, so it's not looking at
Alright,
Ediar, it's looking at Nomu.
So he walks up the staircase behind the zombie, readies his mace,
Get him in the back.
and uses. Let's see.
You go club him in the back, man. It's
I'm
dirty.
I'm clubbing him
God,
back
man.
with a
He
I
magic
thought you were
attack.
a nice ass cleric.
You could have killed an old lady.
That's
How shady is
Does
it?
necrotic damage work on zombies?
No.
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 It heals zombies.
Yes.
Got just making sure.
Don't do
heals.
that.
I'm gonna club him in the back. Edio readies his mace to club the zombie in the back of the head.
So go and roll your d20 and then add your attack bonus.
4.
So 4 plus, that's going to be your strength. So your strength modifier is a 3. So you roll a 7.
Yes.
All right. So you roll a
Everyone
7.
should
To,
not have drank before we did this fight.
well, he
I
had
didn't
water.
drink that water.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's true.
So you go, and as you're going up the stairs, you stumble a bit and you whiff the mace. Barely.
Whiff it.
You are so close to hitting him. So close. But you just whiff it. Just because you're in, I guess you're in a bit of a shock of what's going on.
Dude, no
You
one
barely
saw
missed
you
it.
swing at somebody. What are you doing? He's sick. I thought you were supposed to take care of somebody.
As that's going on, it is now the monster's turn. The zombie, it just, Nomu, you see the hair on the zombie just, as the mace just misses him barely.
trying to get him?
The zombie looks at you, rah!
No,
And it lunges forward to slam itself against you.
You do like the cat, like.
What's your AC, buddy?
15.
15? Okay, so...
Damn, he just woke up. This
So
one's
the zombie slams and stumbles forward and only got a 13. So you were able to dodge the zombie.
He fall over.
No, he doesn't fall over. He just
Trash.
goes to try and slam its arm against him, and he misses. So at this point, the skeleton from the kitchen now looks over at Desiree and begins to walk. And I'm going to make it...
He's still focused on that.
DC 10.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yep.
man.
Man, don't hide
So-
behind your warlock. What
So the skeleton walks forward. However, it doesn't know any better. And the balls that you dropped on the ground, it slips on them. And it falls over. And as it falls over, you see one of the bones pop out. And it looks over at Desiree.
What an idiot.
And it slowly sits back up to try and get up, and that's its turn. At this point, you guys make another perception check. So go ahead and make me another perception.
us?
Yes, everybody.
It's not Nomu's turn?
Nomu is next, but it's still considered monsters
Any
round.
monsters is before no.
Yeah.
You said perception?
Yes.
10.
10. 23.
7 plus
22.
10.
Okay, so if you got above 10, you can see it.
Tired of being
Above 10 or just 10?
Above 10.
So we can't see this.
You guys don't see
Put
shit.
that juju on it.
What's this?
I
So,
roll hot fire.
everyone that got higher than a 10, you notice another skeleton seems to be coming into view. And it's basically bursting through one of the walls. So it comes through near the staircase, across the room from where everyone else is on the bottom of the staircase. And it bursts through the walls.
They're like up top. Though.
Yes, they're up above.
They don't see it.
I only heard it.
You just heard it. He made a perception check, so you either see or hear it. But its turn is bursting through the walls. And at this point, the hooded figure looks over at everyone, and he's still silent, as if nothing fazed him. He's just watching you all struggle. So at this point, it is now Nomu's turn.
As whatever that thing attacked him, whatever he is, he attacked him. Nomu immediately takes out his flail and strikes
All right, so go ahead and roll your d20,
with his instincts.
and then add your attack bonus to that.
I got 12.
You got 12 to strike the zombie.
Mhm.
So Nomu goes. He strikes again. What was the weapon?
Flail.
Flail. Your flail smacks the zombie across the face.
Bitch.
Go on and do your damage.
5 damage.
5 damage to the zombie. All right. Cool.
I need to do that.
Talked about
The
this
szombie's
earlier.
the zombie's cheek.
Yeah.
He
That's
used
just
to
how
be
I am.
the scholar. You see a large dent within his face now as blood splatters from its mouth. But he's
Damn.
still standing. He slowly turns his head back at you.
Easy now, big fella.
So it is now Isundra's turn again.
Alright, let me read my shit.
It's you all nerds looking at your spell books and your skills.
Bro, I got a lot of them. And I can only use one more of the regular ones.
I'm gonna hit him with Eldritch Blast.
Who are you hitting?
Alright, just
The skeleton that burst through the walls? Okay. You're gonna
Because-
do an Eldritch Blast? Okay. So go ahead and make your attack roll on it. You look like you're thinking hard.
well, I'm like maybe I should attack the wizard man, but we don't. Maybe he hasn't said anything. I don't know.
Damn it. My cantrips are all range touch. I can't help you.
Here, let me attack him.
You're gonna attack the hooded figure? Okay.
Well, he's the one doing it.
Oh, I'm just saying.
It looks like it.
All right.
To me.
All right, so go ahead and
Fuck
roll
that
your
guy.
attack.
I got a 7. What do I add to that?
Your third page, your spell attack bonus.
6, so 13.
13. And what were you casting?
Eldritch Blast.
What is Eldritch Blast, like you described?
Let me read it. A beam of crackling energy streaks towards the creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On hit, the target takes 1d force damage. 1d10, sorry.
Okay. You go and you raise your hand to cast Eldritch Blast. As you shoot Eldritch Blast towards
Sounds like I'm a miss.
this hooded figure, it misses.
Damn it.
He sidesteps and it
Shit.
shatters the wood of the wall behind him near the doors. And he looks your way and he shakes his head.
Damn.
All right, Damien.
Hey, you're a wizard, right?
Silence.
Do you know how to talk or that?
Just looks
He
your
makes
way.
some hand motions, like sign language. No?
No,
Nothing?
he does
Okay.
nothing.
So
Fuck
wait,
you then.
is he punching me?
That's Wayne.
He's just saying,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
not
that's right.
feeling
Yeah.
great.
He's
He's
healed.
like
Yeah.
leaning
Yeah,
against
knock
the
him out.
wall, like,
Yeah.
oh, this shit sucks.
Yeah, Wayne
He
is.
looks really aggressive. I
Wayne
just
is
don't
still
like the
sitting there, and Wayne looks frightened. He's like, he doesn't know what's
He's like,
going on,
"Holy
but this is his
shit."
first. It looks like this is his first time with an undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's thinking, by the gods.
There's fucking
Alright.
lightning in this tavern. Shit's out of control.
Well,
What's Damien doing?
Desiree.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Jesus, get the
Desiree.
right pronouns.
I'm
Holy
sorry. Forgive me. The rice just spilt from her bra.
fuck. That don't mean her wig came off.
I'm sorry.
women stuff their bras too.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. What is Desiree doing?
Well, I'm still kind of trying to get my shit together. I'm a little injured here.
Isundra whispers to her, I think that guy is the one controlling them.
I'm just not feeling like it's very wise to charge in right now.
Well, we have to do something.
Yeah, I want to use a potion, a healing potion.
Okay.
So,
I just realized that I don't have any potions.
That's what I need to do. Nameplate. Every time we start, you need to write Desiree or Damien and have a nameplate so I know.
Obviously, it's a
so
woman.
is this what I'm rolling to do for? Okay.
So you actually.
So you're rolling a potion to heal?
Yeah.
You'll roll
All right, so go and roll
this
that
twice.
D4 twice. So we got 4,
And
Actually, roll good just so you
2, 6.
6 plus 4 puts you at 10 HP, so you are healed back up to max.
All right. So Desiree goes and heals herself with a potion. And at that point, Ediard, it is now your turn. So you see there is another skeleton that bursts through the walls.
I didn't see it.
He can't.
Oh,
see
wait,
it.
that's
He's
right.
Like up top.
Yeah, that's right. You're on the staircase. Forgive me. But you do see though, Nomu smashes his flail against that zombie's face. The zombie's back still to you. What do you do?
While the zombie's back is still to me, facing Nomu. While the zombie's back is still to facing Nomu, I cast Compel Duel, my last spell for the day.
So epic. My last spell of the day. Gotta make sure you do your Rasengan motion too.
20.
That's critical. So what's the spell do? What are you doing?
Fucks him up.
Compel Duel.
It better.
It really does.
You attempt to compel a creature into a duel. One creature that you can see within range must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine demand.
Oh.
For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you. If it succeeds on this saving throw, the spell doesn't restrict the target's movement.
So basically, it has to come towards you.
Yes.
So you
It doesn't have to.
you rolled it. Well, it doesn't have to, but you're compelling it to.
zombie. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I heard they're very smart.
it turns around. You see its head slowly turn over its shoulders, and you see the crushed-in cheek and teeth missing. And it looks at you. You got its attention. Definitely got its attention.
Congrats.
All right.
So he goes.
Now that you got its attention, it goes and it tries to slam against you.
So we need Desiree behind it.
So I gotta roll for, or you gotta just go against my AC, right? Or armor
Yeah.
class.
So it goes and it tries to slam against Ediar, and it's definitely gonna miss. You have an armor class of 18.
Yeah.
So it goes and it slams to slam its fist, and Ediar just is able to dodge it and looks down at you.
Does he fall down the stairs?
No, he didn't roll that badly. So the other skeleton though that bursts through the walls, untouched, it looks forward and it sees Isundra and it chatters and it starts to rush towards her. Yes. Yep. So it's all the way up to you.
I don't like that. Try again.
It goes rushing at you and it jumps up and it's attacking with its short sword. What's your AC, Asuna?
Rolls like trash. You roll first, and then I'll tell you.
What's your AC?
What'd you roll?
What's your AC? I rolled 16.
15.
12 plus 4.
I should've lied.
16. So the skeleton jumps up, and it comes down with its
100.
sword. And it does a 1d6 plus 2? 3 damage to you.
Okay.
So Asuna gets a sword against her arm.
I have a weapon.
It is now.
I did. You see this shit?
The hooded figure continues to stand there, unfazed. It is now Nomu's turn.
Alright, after hitting the zombie with the flail, he comes in for the backswing and attacks the zombie in the legs.
You guys just
To try-
double teaming this poor thing. It's like a
I'm trying to knock him over.
monkey in the middle.
Knock
She's
him
turning
over.
around.
Step for the wrong
I rolled a
bars.
14 on to try to trip.
That hits. You hit it.
Yep. Damage is 5.
It's gonna take forever to kill the thing.
5 damage. All right. So the zombie yet again, as it turns around, it has a flail hit, comes around its side, hits its chest. You can tell that you've broken the man's ribs. They're the zombie.
I was trying to hit him in the legs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To trip him.
You knock the leg to the side. However, he doesn't trip,
Damn.
but he takes that damage. All right. It is now Asundra's turn.
I don't like this. I'm getting pummeled. Alright. What do I want to do? I want to back the fuck up. Get the hell out of here. That's what I want to do.
Well, it doesn't look like you have much of a
Choice, I know. Where am
You're
I
down.
gonna
You're
go?
basically pinned in a corner. The only other options you have is to go through the skeleton, go towards the hooded man, or go up the stairs.
What's it? Did we kill this guy? Or is he just still chilling?
He's just
He fell on ball
We
bearings.
forgot about him.
Wayne is
That ain't
Wayne
Wayne.
is frightened.
That's Wayne.
I'm
He's
talking
talking
about
about that skeleton that slipped on my balls.
Oh, he's chilling right now.
I'm gonna like spook over here and chill up here, I guess. I'll
Okay.
put my back to the wall.
Where he broke out.
Whatever, ain't no one in there. Fuck it. Who else gonna come through there? He came out here. Fuck off.
That skeleton that slipped on the balls is still on the floor. He basically took that turn to stand back up. So
He's
stand
gonna
him
get
back up.
Every time it's like Scooby Doo.
So we have a corgi here in the session with us. So if you guys hear a corgi, it's what it is.
unofficial mascot.
Her name's Laika, by the way. Boofing.
I think I'm just gonna do my short bow, I guess.
All right.
I got a 9 and a
Plus
15.
6.
So
15
you got a 15 to hit the skeleton.
to hit, yeah.
All right. Your bow or your arrow is able to pierce the skeleton. That's now getting up from tripping. So go ahead and do your damage.
A 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
2 plus 4, so 6.
6 damage to the skeleton. The one that,
The one that
fell.
fell.
The one that fell from
Yeah.
Desiree's balls. Well, that's the first time it's gotten hit though. So you took 6 damage. You said.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. All right. So your arrow hits it, but it's still up. You can tell it didn't do
Trash.
much damage. Yeah.
I don't like that.
All right. It is now Damien's or Desiree's turn.
Got himself that time, though.
I caught it. It's because I wrote Damien here. I need to write Desiree.
We are half and half right now. A little flat in the chest area, but I'm healed up. Heals are off. At this point,
You see Ashuna rushes to the other side of the room, and
She's
next
out.
it abandoned me.
next to you is Wayne, who's still shocked and freaking out, sitting on the floor near the staircase.
Ugh,
Are we
pull
worried about
yourself together. Are you a man or aren't you?
He
Now,
doesn't respond. He's too freaked
him? He's
out.
peeing his pants.
Yeah, basically.
So this is another.
So that's the skeleton that
Skeleton
burst through
number
the
It
wall.
hasn't been hit
Okay.
yet either.
Yeah. So I would like to use acrobatics, kind of to if I can flip
didn't
over
hit
him, behind him to
This
do a
one?
sneak attack.
I didn't hit him.
All right, go ahead and roll your
I hit
acrobatics.
him.
11 and 5.
11
He
and
was
5.
coming towards her.
16.
So 16. So you're able to flip over.
Yay. All right, bitch.
Desiree jumps over the skeleton next to the table behind him. And what do you do?
Take my dagger. I just start stabbing him in the neck.
In the neck.
Rapid strike.
Wait, there's a skeleton.
Exactly. I'm
Still
trying
got
to.
a neck bone.
I'm trying to sever the skull
Okay.
from the spine.
So go ahead and roll your attack now.
12.
12?
Hit.
Okay. You're able to hit it. So do your damage.
7.
7. All right. So Desiree is able to flip over the skeleton and stab it in the neck like she's some sort of Navy SEAL
Espionage is my thing.
for 7 damage. All right. Cool. It is now Ediar's turn.
He doesn't care about just.
With the zombie focused on Ediar, he readies his mace again. Attempts to swing for the legs.
I like that Eddie R's voice is actually narration.
That's going to hit.
Hits,
So do your damage.
which is 1d6.
And then plus your strength mod.
5 plus
8
3.
damage. So
8
you
damage.
take... You said no mace?
Yes.
And you smash it against its legs?
Yes.
All right.
We're going for the legs.
8 damage.
You never hear like starter campaigns. It's like maces and flails. You're beating their ass with maces and flails.
You guys are basically double teaming this poor guy, and you're just beating him like it's a fucking.
You're beating him with
He
like.
woke us the fuck up.
The zombie gets hit, and it almost stumbles over. Oh. But at this point, as Idiar smashes his mace against it, the zombie goes to swing at him again. And this poor zombie just can't land a hit on Ediar. He goes and he misses. Ediar ducks under the zombie's
They
arm.
crumpled him like a crash
Fumbling.
dummy.
Yes. The skeleton that was stabbed in the neck quickly turns around and swings its blade at Desiree.
Bitch.
15.
Desiree is able to barely dodge. It just, you feel the tip just.
He about cut me some bangs.
Now the other skeleton that was shot by the arrow looks over at Asundra, and it begins to walk towards her, and it slashes its sword directly at her face.
Not the face.
What's your AC?
15.
15? It misses.
Hell.
Just barely. You feel the tip grazing your bangs. At this point, the hooded
thought I
figure's
had
still
bangs.
standing there. This entire time, he's just watching, like it's a TV show. Just chilling.
I don't like him.
It's undead and chill.
I'm dead interested.
We do grams.
So, now it is Nomu's turn. What are you doing,
I
Nomu?
feel like it's on here.
I show you why they call me Nomo the monsters. I try to grab the zombie,
Alright, well,
yoke him up.
do your D20. Go ahead and see if you can grab him.
9.
9? Oof. So, well, first off, you do hit the AC. So you definitely make that hit.
It's still gonna be a 9 plus all your
Yeah.
bonuses.
So you're able to hit. You beat its strength.
I yoke him up with my left hand, lift him by the back of his neck.
So you just hold him?
I'm
You're
just
just holding him. All right.
got him up.
All right. At this point,
Simba
Strong
style.
ass pussy.
yeah, strong.
It's done his Kegels.
Yeah.
Isundra, your go.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
You've been running a lot.
I gotta run.
So
Don't make fun
if
of
you're
me.
gonna run past it,
I gotta
you're technically running it through its threat range,
Okay.
so it can make an attack on you.
That's trash.
She can't run it off from there.
Can you
have to
hit
fight
and
for a
then
step.
move?
Yeah, you can hit and then move.
Let me hit.
All right.
I wanna use my hand axe.
Okay. So you're gonna use your
I
hand
gotta see
axe.
if I hit
All
them.
right.
17.
That definitely hits. So
Yeah.
go ahead and do your damage. So Sudra swings her hand axe and
3.
does 3 damage. Is that plus your strength modifier?
Yeah.
Okay. Your axe goes and it goes and it shatters one of the arms of the skeleton, and that arm
I
falls
love to cut
off.
these things arms off.
Apparently. So are you moving? If you're
Yeah,
moving
I'm gonna
past
move.
it,
So what do I do in that? He rolls, right?
if you're gonna move through
Yeah,
this
I'ma
threat
move
range, she's gonna
somewhere.
try and hit you.
It doesn't matter where I move, right?
Yeah,
I'm in it. So.
Yeah, because you're not
Okay.
disengaging. So just
Well,
go
then-
ahead and move, and then I'll attack you.
Well, shouldn't you attack me before I move?
No, go ahead, just move.
That doesn't make any sense.
Just move.
I'm gonna move.
Just move.
Can I go that way?
Because technically he can't attack you until you're moving past him.
So she can go.
She can go either way. She's gonna
I'm
get
gonna
hit.
hit either way
She
because
gonna-
I'm in
okay.
Yep.
that range. I'm just trying to decide if I want to go there.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll its hit. It's gonna hit you.
It's gonna hit you.
It's gonna hit you no matter which way you go, and it does 3 damage.
It's getting dicey, y'all. I don't have any. We didn't talk about buying potions.
3 damage.
Don't know where her life is, so try just guessing.
I just used it with the gold.
All right, so you take 3 damage.
Yeah.
All right, so it is now Desiree's turn.
Alright.
The skeleton's short sword slashes and hits Isundra against the back as she tries to
fuck
disengage, but fails at disengaging.
Shit. Well. Wait, this one?
Yep, that's the one you
one I
stabbed in the
ran from,
neck.
but yeah.
Mm-hmm. You just want to keep attacking it?
Alright. So, enough of this pretty shit. About to pull out a crowbar. We getting rough. Now, what I want to do is hook it. Can I use my crowbar, the hook, to kind of grip the neck from behind? And kind of like try to...
I mean, you can.
Can I do that? Can I use it that way, or do I have to swing with it?
I mean, you can. You just
You
it's
can
still
do
have to
whatever
hit.
you-
You're effectively making a trip attack
Yeah.
against it by doing that.
The answer is yes, you can do that.
I guess I'm really just trying to... Would it assist in moving it backward and doing that? Or is it just attack damage?
To 9, that's gonna miss it.
Damn, how the fuck you miss
So you
that?
go-
I'm horrible.
Do you guys
So
have
you
potions?
go and you miss with the crowbar.
You decided to use a weapon that is not a roguish weapon.
I get
And
Well-
you're not the
Well,
strongest
I
person
don't
on the
have
planet.
any.
You're not weak.
5 HP.
So you go to try and hit with
Throw
the
that out
crowbar, and it just... You hit it with the neck already, it's learned. It goes and dodges the
That's fair.
crowbar. It is now Ediar's turn.
It is my turn, you say?
Yes.
Come praise me with the sun. We didn't buy potions. She still has potions from the last time we made it.
So what's Ediar doing, man?
You're here.
Risk.
Yeah, I'm there. That's true.
She needs help.
Yeah.
I super need help.
Sundra's hurt.
It hurts.
I can't heal her, but I can do something at least. Kind of help.
Wayne is still at the bottom of the
Cover
stairs,
my body.
Yeah.
scared as a
Since Edior has seen
no move
no
grab up.
grab up the zombie,
It's your bedroll.
he runs down the steps. He'll cast
Yeah.
my skills, too many of them. Resistance.
What's that do?
Resistance when you touch one willing creature. Once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one of its saving throws of its choice. It can roll the die before or after the saving throw. The spell then ends.
Okay.
So if I get hit again,
So I just want you to know that's a saving throw. So if something attacks her, that doesn't count as a saving throw. Yeah. That's like if something casted fireball, and she needed to make a saving throw to like dodge the fireball.
Okay.
That would affect it. But a normal melee attack isn't gonna help.
I got nothing.
So you might as well just fight.
I'll just
might as well attack
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Where's he? Is
So
this
as you
thing-
come down the
so
stairs, you see that Desiree is having issues with this skeleton, and she's already damaged it a bit. However, she's still fighting it. But that's the first thing that comes your way as you come down the stairs, and it's also the closest to Asundra. So
Okay.
if you're trying to protect her, then that'd be the one you
That's
go
what I
for.
think.
Yes.
Okay.
Save me, please.
So I'll make it.
All right.
Edion makes the attack roll with his mace.
That's,
11.
that hits.
Fucking. Jeez, Julian's got loaded die.
Where's his die?
Rolling better than
Actually-
Rob does. Shit.
This is my d20. This is my d20.
Yeah.
That's his d20.
So go and do your damage to the skeleton.
Is that how I keep getting hit?
2
2.
plus your strength modifier.
3, so 5.
So you do 5 damage with your mace.
Yes.
So
To the one that.
as you take your mace to the skeleton, you see that the mace smashes its skull in, and the skull explodes. Ediar gets a sense that using the mace against the skeletons actually helps out more than a sword. So you do double the damage. So you do 10 damage because it is vulnerable to the
Like,
mace.
please, somebody love me.
The skull shatters and explodes, and the rest of the bones fall to the ground, scattered. Ediar vanquishes the skeleton with his mace.
Hell yeah, Eddie. Praise it, my dude.
It
This
is
is the sun.
Thank you.
It is now the monster's turn. The zombie, being choked up, looks down at Nomu. It doesn't try to break free. It just attacks.
Easy, big fella.
Wait. Drunk. Actually,
It's going to have a
doesn't find
disadvantage if it's because of your spell, I'm assuming.
yeah, I believe
If
so.
it doesn't attack you, right? Is that how that worked?
Mhm.
So it's a 6.
Disadvantage.
16. So the 6 plus... So I'm going to go with the lower roll.
Worth.
And it goes to hit you, but Nomu's chest is just so beefy. It goes to try and punch it, being it so close, it bounces off Nomu's chest.
Micah.
Unfazed.
Nice try.
It is now Nomu's turn.
You're drunk. Get some air. He throws him off the stairs.
It's free action.
Down here.
Alright.
He takes that fall damage.
Alright, so up from the second floor to the first floor, not too long of a drop. I'm
Right.
gonna say it's about 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go ahead and do fall damage of
You cube, press
the zombie takes falling damage of 5.
She just loves you.
So as the zombie falls, it hits the ground on its back. And you can tell that should have killed it. However,
It's not like quench.
rolled a nat 20. However, a zombie has undead fortitude. So as that damage would have killed it, the undead fortitude, I made the nat 20, natural 20 roll. It slowly sits back up, but it doesn't stand. It is now...
Hell are you?
The Undertaker, apparently.
Sundra?
My turn again?
Yep.
Okay, let's
Let's
see.
talk about the Undertaker.
My brother.
Okay, I can't see.
My
like-
brother's gonna. My brother.
Oh, actually...
Fucking ant.
No, yeah, that's right. No, go ahead. Sundra's turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the one that's knocked over. Can I
The
hit
zombie
that?
that fell down?
Yeah, I can hit him with my
Yeah.
bow,
That
right?
coup de grace.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hit me, boy.
He's knocked down, so I have advantage. No, I should
No,
No spell.
with my bow.
no.
Trash. He can't get up. 7. I always forget. Why do I always forget? Oh yeah, plus what I'm hitting with. Okay, so before 13.
13 to hit the zombie that fell. So as the zombie slowly sits back up, you shoot an arrow at it, and you hit it. So go ahead and do your damage.
When you say it like that, it sounds like I'm gonna miss.
No, you hit it. You hit
I
it.
don't like it. So 8.
8 damage to the zombie. So the zombie has an arrow go through its head, and it
Right in the
slowly drops to the ground. However, it's undead fortitude. So how much damage did you do?
8.
8.
Enough.
She said enough. 5 plus the damage taken, so 5 plus 8. So, undead fortitude, real quick, so you guys
You're gonna tell me some
understand.
shit I don't like.
If the damage reduces the if damage reduces the zombie to 0 hit points, it makes a Constitution check,
You didn't do
a
the other
Constitution saving throw, with a DC of 5 plus the damage taken. So 5 plus 8, so basically 13. Unless the damages are radiant or a critical hit. So on a success, the zombie drops to 1 hit point instead. So I rolled a 13. So I made what I needed.
one. You want to not?
So the zombie drops and then slowly sits back up. He's literally the Undertaker.
That is
The
James
zombie
Brown,
is
Jesus.
annoying.
Desiree?
Well, if he's sitting up at this point, his back is to me, which is
Yeah.
what I prefer.
He's also next to that skeleton there too.
Well, I'm pretty trash against them. My skills are more
You do-
designed for flesh of some sort. So,
You're gonna attack.
I'm going to attack from behind.
All right. What weapon are you using?
I'm going to use a rapier this time.
All right. She's gonna try and stab him. Go ahead and attack.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit. I can tell you
13.
that now. You rolled an
Right.
8 plus your strength. So that's gonna hit the zombie. So go ahead and do your damage. What'd you roll?
4 damage.
4 damage. All right. So
Slash.
4 slashing damage. So 4. Oh, he actually failed his undead fortitude. I rolled a
That's all
5.
you
He
need.
needed a 9.
Hey,
Yeah.
So how did Desiree finish this zombie or Undertaker?
So I stuck it in the back of his neck, and then I twisted it, and then I pulled it out. Like, really flashy, like.
Super.
Yeah.
Like,
it out,
like
like-
really flashy though.
Just took it out like some anime that I've seen with people that fly around on cables.
Yeah, and then
You just
blood
Attack on
splatters.
Titaned it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so Desiree finishes the zombie. The zombie now drops to the ground. However, it does not get back up like it has been. So at that point,
Fuck that.
Eddie R, it is your turn again. And now the only thing left is the one skeleton and the hooded figure.
I'm not questioning that hooded figure. I failed all my rolls against that guy.
Feel it.
So
Don't.
Eddie runs up to the skeleton.
All right.
makes an overhead mace attack.
All right.
No. No.
It's about time you missed.
You rolled a 2.
Edios swings his mace
Like
and misses the skeleton completely.
All right.
Swinging so far to the right.
Completely misses. At that point, the skeleton goes to counter and it stabs its sword up at Ediar. Oh, that's definitely gonna hit Ediar. The short sword goes and it stabs and pierces through Ediar's armor, and it does a total damage of max damage, which I believe is 8. But let me double check. Yes, 8 damage to Ediar.
What's your HP?
Where's my HP?
Some low number.
11.
I love how you went from 11 to 3.
Is that how he sounds when he gets stabbed?
Edios kneels
Took
over.
78% of your health in one go.
Alright. At that point, the hooded figure still watches, but he does nothing else. It is now Nomu's turn.
Nomu saw that, so he's using his feline agility, and he's right here in a blink of an eye, dipping down those stairs. Dipping. And he comes up with the flail right underneath.
Wait, where am I?
You
Right
right
there.
here?
He's gonna hit that
Right
skeleton.
there?
Ah,
11
that?
attack.
Me.
11 to hit the skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Tall pussy misses.
Damn, swings right over his head.
Skeleton looks over at Nomu and it chatters.
Nomu hisses.
Is this? It is now Asundra's turn again.
I'm gonna hit it with a bow, I guess.
All right.
We're losing to a bag of bones, guys.
I know. 9 plus 6 again.
That will hit.
Is that like
please
a...
kill it.
I'm trying.
I'm
Put it in
dying.
the dirt.
I'm dying.
Put it back
3
in
I
the
can't
hole.
heal anymore.
plus 4, so 7.
I can't for useless.
7 damage. The arrow goes flying through and it passes Ediar and Nomu's shoulders. And it hits the skeleton straight in the eye. Pins it against the wall and it drops.
But is his head still like with the arrow in the front?
No, it's just hanging.
Pinned.
From
Pinned.
the arrow.
Yeah, from the arrow.
Alright.
Pinned to the
That's what I
wall.
want.
How do you pin a skeleton to the wall?
So
Through his
the eye.
eyeball.
as the last undead drops, I need y'all to make me a listen check, basically perception check, just for the hell of it.
For this.
17.
Nice.
No.
17.
Perception.
Roll-
16.
If you roll a 10 or higher, I'll give it to you.
She got a 20.
Okay.
She's super fucking here.
So as the last skeleton drops,
was that when you were
silence, or the
I heard
tavern
nothing
is
else
completely
asking.
silent. The hooded figure looks your way, and you hear a loud groan coming from the restroom.
God damn.
Oh!
Is he hurt?
Oh, Mama's pepper jack cheese!
Nice you just show the fuck up.
Got the bubble guts! He's still in the restroom. That's what you hear. You see the hooded figure he begins to clap his hands slowly. And he steps forward towards the group. Wayne, the scholar, is still freaking out. And he gets up on his feet. He looks around. And he rushes up the stairs to try and lock himself in his room. No questions asked. The hooded figure just continues to clap slowly. And then he reaches up, grabs his hood, and slowly reveals his face. And you see the face of a skull. As if he has a mask, or you can't tell. He just has a skull for a face. And he slowly looks your way, and that dagger, the silver dagger he had, he slowly puts it back into his robes, reaches into his robes, sheaths it, reaches back out, opens his palms out, and he welcomes you.
Damn.
You all have done a great job surviving this trial.
What the fuck was that, man?
I know, you fucking asshole.
Trial.
I am known as the Skull Reaver. Most travelers that come here die by my undead. You, however, have proven yourselves for the task at hand. You will do me a favor in exchange for your lives. You have proven that you have the strength that is needed to seek out an artifact that I am looking for. And it will be you four that go and bring it to me. Ediar, I see. Nomu the monstrous. The wood elf known as Asundra.
How do you know my name?
And Desiree.
What the fuck?
I know all your names. Because I know what you do not. And from this day forward, you are going to collect an artifact for me down in the hollow woods to the south of New Tempest. You're going to do this, or you will die here tonight, and I shall use your corpse as one of my undead, as you've seen before you. Do we have any objections? The Skull Reaver looks towards Ediar's way. You best heal yourself, cleric. You look hurt.
He's like, I don't have that skill yet.
I'm out. Those skills.
So, do we have any objections?
What do you guys think?
Why shouldn't we attack this man right now?
Yeah, we should kill you.
You can attempt to kill me. However, as I said, you'll die trying and become one of my undead lackeys.
Let's not be too hasty.
Yeah, I'm
We've
out
got
of spells too, so.
we've got someone bleeding out. She's out of spells. We struggled to beat one skeleton. I've got an outstanding tap from last night.
Are you going to pay us though?
No.
What?
You're doing this for your lives.
This is some bullshit.
Alright.
It's not worth some gold to you?
No.
Fuck.
So you want me to work for free? Is that what I'm gathering?
Yes.
I don't think we have much of a choice though.
You don't.
What is this artifact?
So, what I'm looking for is basically deep in the hollow woods, there is a cavern. Many years ago, catacombs were built within these caverns. And the lowest level of these catacombs you'll find within a casket.
A lot more of your asshole's skeletons.
A crown or tiara of some sort. Engraved in it should be several diamonds or rubies of whatnot. Get this tiara or whatever, a crown, I don't know, whatever it is you'll find, and bring it to me.
The hell
I
are you
will
gonna do
meet
with
you
it?
here in Deercrest.
I don't trust you. What are you gonna do with it?
That's
That's
for
a
me
good
to
question.
know.
What if you kill us?
I won't.
Guarantee my safety,
I can guarantee your safety.
my family.
I don't say any, I'm not going to
I
attack
said I don't give a
them.
fuck about
I
it.
don't
Alright.
give a damn about them.
Insight
Yeah.
check.
I am gonna check you.
Hey,
I
you
don't
should
like
see
you.
if you'll kill your mother-in-law though.
So what are you doing?
An insight check.
You can't tell. He just has a stern look to his face. He looks like a skeleton. He just stares at you, and he has soulless eyes.
Is that the mask or are you?
He actually has it. You thought it was a mask under the hood, but it's actually like a skeletal face. So he,
Hey, this guy is pretty spooky,
Yeah.
so maybe we should.
Spooky skeleton.
We should
Edio
get him
makes-
out of here so we can go to sleep.
Can do a persuasion roll to at least have a small reward.
well, that makes you persuade.
Damn, I thought you were the best one out of all of us. You're here trying to get some gold.
Hey, I got family to pay.
Oh, shit. That's true.
20
Nat 20.
off my persuasion of 6.
First nat 20 of the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, very first. He looks over at Ediar. Very well, cleric. Didn't think you'd be the one to ask for any type of reward. Because you all did so well defeating my undead. Not only will I grant you your lives, I will provide you with some gold.
Hey, how come when I ask you don't give us gold?
We'll
That's a
take
good
it.
point.
You're not well-mannered, young lady.
Yeah, I lived in the
You
woods
shot
for a long
at...
time.
He looks at you. You tried to cast a spell on
Because
me.
you summon all these motherfuckers.
And that is why I said no to you.
Shit. That's a good point.
So, this is the plan. To the south of the city of New Tempest lays Hollow Wood. As you all probably have heard, it is a dangerous forest. Several goblins, wolves, who knows what's in those forests. But within those forests, in the central area of it, you'll find these catacombs built in this cavern. Find me this artifact. Bring it here to Deercrest, and I shall allow you to go free amongst yourselves, and you shall have some gold. For I am I am a tad happy to see that there have been travelers to survive my undead. You are the first.
Yeah, how
All
many
the
do you
ones
kill?
prior to you are dead. Oh. The prior travelers you just did battle with.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
Where's Marvin?
This is a bit fucked up.
The tavern keep? He's safe. Don't worry about Marvin.
I don't believe
Now,
That's one tab I don't get it.
it. Desiree's like, what?
you are not to speak of anything that happened here tonight. Do you understand?
It's not like anybody would believe us anyway.
And don't try to run. I'll have eyes all around watching you. You try to run, my men will hunt you down, and then you become a zombie under my command. That's how it works here. And if anyone asks, you don't say a word.
How do we explain this hole in the wall, though?
I will worry about that.
Just gotta see it in.
It's in there, like, later, like, nailing it. I'll take care of it.
The carpenter comes back.
Oh, shit, yeah, Zoe can
I
fix
guess
this.
He looks
Yeah,
at
we're
everyone.
quite shit.
So the deal has been made. Again, you try to run, you die. You try to run, perhaps I seek out your family, if you have any
I don't
left.
have one, so it's okay.
Then I kill you. I seek you out. At this point, he turns around. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to hear from you soon with my prized artifact. And he steps out, pushes the doors open. Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't push them open. The doors slowly open for him. He pulls his hood over. He steps out into the night. And as he steps out into the night, you hear a bursting door open. And Zuggy steps out. Oh! Guys, you won't believe the shits I just had. And he takes a look, and he sees a hole in the wall, hole on the floor,
Zombie
a dead zombie laying there, and he looks around, and he slowly backs away and shuts the door, and he locks himself in the restroom.
Oh, pussy.
So what do you guys do?
What a bastard. Forcing us to do this dirty work.
I don't think we should give him that crown or whatever.
Neither do I. I don't work for free.
You guys aren't family. I'm going.
I will go, but I don't think we should give it to him.
Does anyone have a potion?
Use my last one, bro.
I
Don't
think
worry,
after
you'll
a
be
good
able to
night to
rest.
sleep, you'll be okay.
Well, if we do all run off with the crown, we need to all agree on that first. Because he'll probably kill us all if he doesn't get it.
Yeah, we are going to have to kill him. To
I'll
keep
go along with it for a while.
So you guys want to rest? Or
it.
go
Hell
on?
yeah. Fucked up.
You can still sleep after this mess?
Right?
Bitch, I got 5 HP. Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap. The fuck?
You could technically just take a short rest.
Short rest?
And then
you take a
heal.
short rest from heal. You'll heal when you'll take a rest as you sleep for the night. As you guys are conversing with yourselves, some more figures, some people step through the doors. They're all hooded people. Can't see their faces. And you see they look your way, but they totally ignore you. They grab the zombie and they begin to drag it out. And whatever skeletal bones, whatever skeletons are there, they begin to clean up the mess as you guys are conversing.
This man has cleaners?
Yeah.
He literally,
He literally does.
He's like a fucking drug lord, man. Just come and
Yeah,
clean his
he's
shit up like, oh,
like,
fuck, he made a
man.
mess again.
So, yeah, I'll pick my balls up off the floor.
All right.
And some rice. The kitchen's pretty open now, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Might as well loot what the goat man's got left. We saved his fucking life.
That's true.
If he's worried about scotch, he has his priorities fucked up.
So
you
you're gonna
taking
steal?
scotch?
You're gonna steal some
I do want
scotch?
to go in there. Use sleight of hand. I don't want to be too loud because I don't know where he is. So,
Eddie all walks up.
Oh.
I don't believe you should take from this man. He already has to repair the building.
do you have enough strength to be arguing with me
First
right
off,
now?
she's gonna do a
Yeah.
sleight of hand, so she's gonna try and
She's not necessarily saying it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go ahead and make me a perception check to see if you see it. So she's gonna make a sleight of hand.
Cool.
So what'd you roll?
Doesn't matter.
18.
18.
19.
He said doesn't matter.
Okay.
19.
So well, we have to add
Okay.
your sleight of hand to your roll.
Yeah, 18.
22.
plus your sleight of hand, which is...
No. She got a 13.
Oh, okay, so you
yeah,
have
yeah.
18 total.
No, I have 19 plus 3, so.
So, Damon, you're trying to sneakily grab some booze. Ediar, however, was able to see. So at this point, he can see. He rolled higher than your sleight of hand, so
I'm
he
still
sees
taking
you.
it. It's just going to be an argument now.
Yes, basically. So Ediar, go ahead.
I don't think you should steal from the man whose tavern is half destroyed.
Well, I don't think that it was fair for you to tell me that you were going to help me with my problem and then turn around and help some guy you never even knew and then try to take the one thing that fucking makes sense to me right now, and that's booze. Mind your business, okay? I will protect you. Just let me do what I do. I give this man business all the time. I'm just going to put it on my tab, and knowing him, he's only got one fucking half-full bottle left anyway. So just... Please, come on, man. Don't give me a fucking hard time.
I will not give you a hard time since you did give me your last potion.
I took
She
my
said
last
nah.
potion. I don't have no potion.
Oh, you're fucked, pal.
What'd you give me?
She didn't give you nothing.
Damn.
You just agreed.
You got hit in the head a little too hard. Shit.
We will protect you.
Why did I
Okay?
even come into this tavern?
Because you wanted a bowl of milk.
So as you go to do a sleight of hand,
He's
he
like,
has one
"Fuck,
bottle
I
of
did."
scotch left in the kitchen.
Pocketed.
Okay.
You will pay him back, correct?
Yeah, I come here all the time, man.
Normal heads upstairs. He shakes his head and just walks right upstairs and locks himself in his room.
As you guys are continuing to converse and argue and do whatever you're doing, the men that came in have completely cleaned out the skeletons and the zombies, and they just walk out.
That's nice of them.
Covering up,
Did they
man.
fix the hole?
Government.
Not yet. The hole's still there.
The skeleton's still
Damn.
there?
Nope. All the skeleton remains and the zombie remains are gone.
Just a hole.
The hole in the wall and the floor are still there, though.
Isundra's going to bed.
All right.
Fuck that shit.
Ain't got time for that.
No.
Eddie moves some
Fucked
tables
up.
around to cover up the hole in the wall, or in the hole in the floor, so that no one falls in.
At this point, Zuggy creaks the door open. Western looks in again. And he stumbles out. I must have drank too much. I thought I saw skeletons and zombies. I hid myself. Idiot! Am I drunk? I just had a big shit. Oh, God's had me. I could have sworn I saw some dead people. Am I seeing things? Am I too drunk? Can you help me upstairs? Come on, I gave you some pepper jack cheese.
Eddie, remembering
You ate
he was
it.
told not to say anything, tells him, "No, I guess you were saying things, my friend. We'll go upstairs together."
Oh, I'm gonna need the help. But you're not sleeping in my room.
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're not one of those guys. You know, I've seen some people from the church. Some of them are pretty shady. You're not shady, are you? I gave you some pepper jack cheese.
Yo, sir. If there's anything that I still have left, it's my honor. My dignity.
Which goddess do you follow?
You forgot.
Lars.
Slars. I'm gonna change the name.
How you know?
You changed the name.
Oh, the goddess of the sun and honor. That's a good goddess. All right, Eddie, I'll lead the way because I'm too drunk to go upstairs, and my stomach still kind of hurts. Avoid that bathroom, by the way. Give it probably 2 hours.
We head upstairs. I drop him off in his room, and then I head to mine.
All right. No move.
No
I'm
more
already
in
in
the
my
bed.
room.
No one's asleep. The sooner went to sleep.
Sooner asleep.
I'm scratching the walls and then
Desiree
I'm gonna
down here
curl up.
drinking her scotch.
I am still drinking. I can't sleep, man.
You can drink in your room.
Now I'm stressed out. I don't know if I can fucking trust this guy. I can't guarantee my family's safety. And all I want to do is get away from her fucking mom. And now it's worse than it ever was. So stay my ass at home.
At this point, Desiree, you're the only one downstairs. You hear a door open near the kitchen, and Marvin slowly steps back out and he looks around. I would advise you, Desiree, to go to your room now, please. I have to fix up my now half-destroyed tavern. If you please allow me to take care of these.
No worries.
He seems a bit. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Right. Seems a little normal for you.
You're a little calm.
I missed the box. Wait.
Oh, that could have been a nat 20.
You fucked it up.
What's your roll?
17. You said plus insight? It's 5.
Okay. All right. So Desiree listens and looks at Marvin. He seems fairly calm for what just happened. He just came out of his room. He has a hole in his wall. He has a hole in the floor. There's a lot of commotion and screaming going on. He seems fairly calm though for it. He looks around again. He just shakes his head. He's I got more to clean up.
Did you happen to hear what the hell just happened?
I didn't hear or see nothing.
Does this happen?
He leans in. The Skull Reaver knows all. We do not talk about it. I advise you go upstairs and go to sleep.
Some Hail Hydra shit.
During the scuffle, I lost my money, so my tab is...
Chest, you seem to be missing a boob.
Don't push it, Mark.
Good night, Desiree.
Shit.
So Desiree goes up to her room for the night. And at that point, nothing else happens for the night. You're all, if you even try, able to get some decent rest. If at most, you're able to get a short rest, not a long. If obviously the commotion's probably got you stirred up.
Yep.
This Skull Reaver has definitely shaken your boots.
My parents got you by a mind fire. You think this shit's
So at that point, we will end the session there. Until next time on Taverns and Caverns. Thank you.